is the Big O Show.
Alrighty, there you go. See, look, I told you my 15 minutes are up. I'm doing it too, Omar. See, that's my red light therapy. That's what I'm doing to regrow my hair.
Yeah, I'm about to do it right when we finish here because this is the only break that I've got.
Yeah, I gave Omar yesterday. I went to camp and I brought him. Because actually Ed, the owner of RedRecover.com, he listens to the show religiously. He's been listening to the show for many years now, and he heard Omar had a neck and shoulder issue.
Yep.
He said, "Hey, ask Omar if he wants a little Red Recovery therapy, so he can try it." And I asked Omar, and so I went and retrieved it for Omar.
I'm going to put it on.
I gave you personal service.
I know, concierge service too. Brought it right to Dolphins camp. I'm gonna put it on right when we finish here because I got a good 15 minutes and I'm in pain, bro. I got a massage early this week. I feel like it made the problem worse. Like, you know, I didn't go to my usual girl though. So I did a Deshaun Watson and tried another masseuse because she was booked all day. And I was just like, I got to get in. I got to do it before I got to pick up my daughter. I cheated on my masseuse. There was a big old exchange in the Chinese spot. People were speaking Chinese. It got real loud. Then she was waiting for me at the door. And she was like, "Oh, long time no see." And I had to.
Did she say after that, "Me love you long time" also?
No, long time no see. Long time no see.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm just saying, no, because according to Rusty Harden, happy endings happen in these massages.
Hey, not for me. I don't like nobody tugging on it but me. Like,
no, but see, that's the funny part about that statement by Rusty. No massage ends in a happy ending if it isn't a happy ending type massage. Because normally a massage, they're working on something that's painful, dude. You're not going to get excited by that. You're like, that's not, there's nothing sexual about that, bro. So tell Rusty Harden that normal people that are getting their knees that are bad massage, they're not getting sexually aroused.
Hey, man.
Their backs are all screwed up. They're not getting sexually aroused, dude.
I listen, according to a certain owner of an NFL team, sometimes that stuff happens. So
yeah, when you're going for that,
I mean, listen, you can get both now.
Yeah, but it has to be a sensual massage, dude, in order to get
sensual. I never knew that there was a place called a sensual massage.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of massage that ends up with a happy ending. It's sensual. It's not actual work. It's not actual like digging a knot out of your thing. It's not that you have your vertebrae is kind of you got a bunch of
lumbar discs.
Yeah, and they're trying to work all that. There's no sexual arousement in that, bro. Those men and women are screaming during those sessions.
Listen, I love when I get my back walked on. Like that
right,
to me.
That's
it for me right there.
Right, exactly. But that's pain that you're kind of feeling. It's not really.
Some of us like that pain that brings pleasure. Some of us like that pain that brings pleasure. So,
well, now we're getting into sadomasochism and stuff like that.
Who knows what Deshaun Watson was into? Because God knows.
Who knows what kind of dungeon you have in your house too? I have no idea. By the way. I know you were one of the crazy nutbags that wanted to trade for Watson. Can you imagine if they would have made this move and now you had to cover this?
There's nothing new coming out that we didn't already know. We know.
The 24th one they didn't even know. They didn't even know about the 24th one. They had no idea.
Bro,
it got harder than them.
His agent is. I mean, that lawyer is lying. By the time they open up camp, there will be 28 to 30 women coming forward. Oh, what a surprise. He did more because they're trying to force a settlement before the regular season begins. Because literally, if the regular season begins and he starts playing, nobody's going to care what happens. They're trying to force his hand. And honestly, if I'm one, Deshaun Watson is guilty as hell in the court of public opinion.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's obviously the dude has problems.
Yes,
I mean,
there's nothing
you're not hiring. There has nothing to do with massages already. When you're hiring that many women, bro, we know what you got problems.
I felt guilty going to another massage person, much less another massage place.
Omar, that's normal, dude. Your massage is like your doctor, like your barber.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's normally you go to the same person all the time because they get to know your body. They know exactly what's wrong with you because they already know about your thigh or your back or your neck or whatever, and they know how to work it already. And because you found the person that knows how to work it, that's
exactly.
why you go.
And I have regrets of cheating on my girl Tina. I shouldn't have done it because the massage I got was not what she gives me. So I'm not ever going back to Maria. I'm sticking with Tina. Now,
you're normal. Tina got a big old butt, so I'm leaving you.
So why would I need 66 masseuse? Like clearly. So okay, he's guilty in the court of public opinion. He's not going to do any jail time. It's a civil suit. You're already guilty as hell. Why settle?
Well, although Omar, we don't know if there is some video, if there is some audio from another woman that has not come forward. Like, we don't know. Like you just said now, they're 28, 30. We don't know what's around the corner. That's why what I laugh. The funniest thing is NFL teams telling you, we've investigated. We know exactly. Get the hell out of here, dude.
They don't care.
Power. Yeah. They don't have power. They don't have power. They
gave him a fully guaranteed contract where the bulk of the money was paid for this year, whether he's suspended or not. They don't care. That's the reality of it. They don't care. He's going to serve his 8 to 10 to 12 game suspension, and then he's going to be the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. His image will be reclaimed. He'll win games, and they'll move on. But my argument is he shouldn't settle because the damage is already done. You're already guilty. Like, fight it now. At least if you fight it, maybe, like, what worse can happen to him if they don't have video?
Unless, that's the only thing, Omar. Unless somebody has something that they've been waiting to whatever, or they don't want to put it out because they're embarrassed that they were part of it or something. But if you fight it and you keep kind of like some of these women talked about how it was a slap to their face that the NFL turned around and gave them $200 and some million guaranteed, but it's what you said. They don't really care.
They don't care.
But if you keep doing it, will you instigate finally that person that's been
history of the NFL has shown you can literally do anything, including kill a man.
Yes.
And play in the NFL except for be caught on video hitting a woman.
Right. As long once there's video, then they have no choice.
Yeah. If there is video of you striking a woman or sexually assaulting a woman, then the NFL is like, oh, buddy, we can't touch you. Right. But you can do anything except for strike a woman on video and protest against America for whatever reason.
Right. Yeah.
Well, actually, some people played protesting against America, but you can't be the face of it.
Right. No, I get you. There's no doubt. It's the weirdest thing how there are certain violations, like people have paid a much more serious price for smoking weed and losing out on their career over all the other things that they do. I mean, Daniel Snyder does worse things the second he gets up out of bed.
Stop that.
Oh, come on.
Listen,
Daniel Snyder is just...
They're all listen. These owners are all humans, and they don't walk the purest of line in business or in their life. So just look at the Patriots owner.
Most of them, yes, most of them. I'm not going to say all of them.
Most of them,
I'm sure there's a lot of them that are decent human beings too. they actually are good business people and good human beings. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of. Listen, you don't become a billionaire without having some ruthlessness in you. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
just
Steve Ross
not.
has pledged to give away half of his career. I mean, half of his net worth.
Wealth, yeah.
That props
Right.
to him if he's giving it away to charity. So it is what it is.
I'm with you there. All right. This week, obviously, you've been stirring it up with the Dolphin fans, and
I'm not stirring up nothing. I'm telling you what I know and what I think and what I see.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. By the way, I got to give my guy Cigar Social Club a little love here because he did bring this up, and he's right. I got to give him right because you were saying, well, the offense is not looking good. I know what I'm seeing, right? But last year, you were all gushing over Albert Wilson in shorts, and it did not translate to pads. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
so
if Tua was making those throws that he made to Albert Wilson right now, I tell you, this is the best offense I've ever seen. So,
but you can't judge anything now.
Yeah, you
Why
can.
do you judge anything now?
You can. You actually can. It's the same thing that I'm watching during training camp. Same thing I'm watching. Everything but games. They don't practice with contact. Like there's one period when they put on pads.
That's why you really don't know what they are until there is contact.
When they put on pads, there's one period a day that they might have contact per week. 1 week, 1 day, 1 period, 10 minutes where they might actually hit each other. And then in training camp, there's going to be 2 scrimmages. Now that they're joint practice, it's a little bit more complicated.
Right, yeah, that'll be better.
But I'm sorry, throwing and catching doesn't require tackling. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you don't throw. It's not as clean.
Let me detail what I had an issue with. Let me detail what I've had an issue with in what I've seen in the last 5 practices that I've attended.
Okay.
The practice primarily that I wrote the column saying this is not okay. There were at least 6 to 10 batted down balls at the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
No excuse for these quarterbacks. Find your passing lane.
Or linemen. Depends. Were they all on the quarterback or were some of them on the linemen?
It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. Technique does matter.
To me, it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. The batted down balls goes down to the quarterback. That's on him, even though it's a line issue. But they're not cut blocking now, so they're not cutting any guy. So it is what it is. But you find the passing lanes. This is a play action offense.
Without contact, those kind of things are easier to happen. You know what I mean? With contact, you'll be able to cut down on that kind of stuff too.
Excuses.
It's hard to raise your hands when they're punching you right in the gut. You know what I'm saying? So there's a technique to it,
Listen,
so that when these guys see this and they're like, bam, right in your chest, that's when you bring your arms back up.
I am comparing
apples to apples. In a minicamp.
I'm comparing apples to apples. Like yesterday, for instance. I'll give you a perfect example. Yesterday's practice looked like the defense said, all right, guys, we went rough on them yesterday. We're only going to play at 70% today. Like, literally, the defense was going in slow motion. It was like a walkthrough. And while the defense is going 3/4 speed, offense still ain't getting it. Offense still not executing at a high level. Tua throws a pick 6, which is, hey, great play for Duke Riley. The 2 deep passes would not have been completed because they would have been sacks, going 3/4 speed. So, if you're going to be out there, and that's one thing I found very odd that Emmanuel Ogba, who wasn't out there, said if we're out there, we're going, we're giving it, we're going. Robert Hunt said, yeah, we're hitting in the trenches, even without pads, and they are physical. They get some runs. People end up, even though it's not legal, people are ending up on the floor in practice, even though you're not allowed to do that during OTAs. So it is a physical practice. But and you have to, I noticed that the first thing I noticed watching Mike McDaniel's practice is a lot more physical than I'm used to. So all these excuses, which are exactly what they are about why they're not where they are. And Mike McDaniel addressed it. Yes, they're going against a really good defense. And he said they're doing calculus. We're learning algebra. So I get that. Now, the problem is, the problem is you don't have your 4 top defensive players on the field. So what's your excuse now? You literally there. You don't have Toronto. The offense doesn't have Toronto Armstead. Yesterday they didn't have Tyreek Hill, but the top 4 defensive players aren't playing. Jerome Baker isn't playing. Emmanuel Ogbah isn't playing. Byron Jones isn't playing. Xavier Howard isn't playing. I'm sorry, but any defense that the Dolphins walk out there without Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, Jerome Baker, and Emmanuel Ogbah, they're toast. So you're telling me they're doing calculus and they're dominating us, and they don't have their 4 best players, and you want to use that as an excuse for why you look like you're doing algebra? Don't fly with me.
It's hard for me to, I'm going to be able to go to training camp this year, so we look forward to being out there now.
And things will change when they are a run team. They are going to be a run-heavy team. They're running now, and they're running pretty successfully. I have no arguments about the run game.
They're not, but I don't know if they're going to run successfully because they're not hitting, Omar. You can see positive or negative. I can't.
No, you can see clear. Absolute clear run lanes and guys cut back and taking a back door, taking it with vision and lamps. Guys taking a cutback lane and nobody's touching him for 20 yards. You can see that. That's clear as day. With pads, without pads. There's nobody who was it yesterday? The little rookie.
Davian, whatever. I was going to ask about him.
Mike McDaniel called him Dr. White.
Zaquandre White.
He's pretty good.
I was going to ask you. I have him in my notes, and I was going to ask you about that. You liked him. That you've liked him.
He's pretty good. Every day we get a good 20-yard run from him, and it's not like contact was there, people arm tackling him, or defense would have stopped him. Like, no, this is 20 yards. Nobody's even close to him. So that's the props and credit to the line to the running backs. My issue is more with the passing game. And I'm sorry, but it's Noah Igbinoghene. It's Noah Igbinoghene.
Right.
It's Noah Igbinoghene.
He hasn't improved at all?
No.
Okay. All right.
So he's at this point.
So he continues to make mistakes, is what you're saying?
No, he just gets beat.
Okay.
Just gets beat. I thought he'd be good. He was on my man crush list. I'm sorry, but they might as well, nickname him Toast.
Why? He's just not reading anything right? What is it?
He's there. He's in position.
So no ball skills is what you're saying?
No.
Paul Langford?
No, just getting beat. Just getting beat.
Because we had a cornerback here named Paul Langford who could run with everybody, but never found the ball. And it was seriously, he was talented. You could tell that he had the skill set to play the position, but he had no ball skills. And I remember one day he had a batted pass in the end zone against Kansas City and DeBerg, which was the greatest play he had ever made in his entire career, and probably the only play he ever made in a Dolphin career. But Paul Langford was a guy that had some talent and just could not find the ball, bro. Had no ball skills whatsoever. And so you're kind of describing Noah, that you say he's there, but he's not making any plays.
Yeah, so Tua and Bridgewater, they just pick on him, which I would do it too. If I want a good practice, I got to pick on Noah. It's just a shame. Yeah, it is what it is.
Because the corner wide receiver thing in that setting, that's one of the things that's actually, you can read a little bit of that, because that's coverage, bro. That's coverage. That doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? Now the receiver does have an advantage, but still, the DB's got to make some plays, and if Noah's not making any plays, that part I would tell you, I'm not so much on the running positive or some other stuff, like rushing and all that kind. To me, until there's hitting involved, that's when I can actually measure those guys.
Bro, we don't see hitting. Like you might see hitting in joint practices, a scrimmage, and an exhibition season, an exhibition game. They're enough.
Well, those are the moments that I'll be able to measure it then. Because, I mean, outside, if you're not hitting, dude, I just don't see it as football. It's hard for me to really see how it will translate because getting punched in the mouth while doing your job is a lot harder, bro. You know? So that's why you got to be impressed with those guys that can do it when the Albert Wilson thing. He was great in shorts. And then after, he started running routes backwards.
No, he suffered a hamstring injury. What happened was he suffered a hamstring injury, got shut down for like 3 weeks, and then never really got started. Fell into Brian Flores' doghouse.
Everyone get the violins out for Omar.
No, I'm just telling you what happened. I don't care. I really don't care. Fell into Brian Flores' doghouse for whatever reason and never really got out. When he got out.
Flores had a doghouse? Really?
Listen, it's it is what it is, man. Listen, I don't want to make excuses for anybody because it is what it is. You paid a lot of money to perform. They didn't perform. He didn't perform. So it is what it is.
All right. Anything else that you that has stood out or you disliked? So far,
let's start with what stood out because I'm gonna do my superlatives for the offseason program. Most improved player is Jalen Phillips, getting better against the run, consistently rushing. I still like him as only going forward player, but Dolphins still want to do him going backwards too. We'll see how that works out. Player that clearly is not making any progress is Noah Igbinoghene. It's not there. I'm sorry, and I hope that Sam Madison can continue to reclaim his career and get him going. But it wouldn't surprise me if Trill Williams is playing ahead of him next year. A young rookie, the Zaquandre White and Skylar Thompson, they're some of the better rookies. The Channing Tindall first time he made a play that I noticed was yesterday. He knocked down a pass to Ethan Carter.
That's actually really good for him because that's kind of what he has to work on more than anything else. They're not worried so much against the run and running sideline to sideline. It's more about him dropping back in coverage and reading and reacting.
Yeah.
So that's actually a real positive for Slomin, actually.
Because Jerome Baker's sideline, and you know who Landon Roberts is as a player, which means he's not that great from far as coverage standpoint. Duke Riley's really thrived.
I like him, man. I like him.
I do too. I like him.
He's growing, man, as a player.
I like him. You know, if I had to say the one unit that I still feel like there are issues that should be addressed, somebody should be added, it would be linebacker, primarily the inside guy. But I like Duke. I really like Duke. I think
they got their speed guy this year. I think they'll go out and get that thumper next year in the draft. I think that's what they'll do. It's just you can't fill every need every year. But I would not be surprised if that big middle thumping linebacker that you want, the younger Landon Roberts, comes in next year. I think that will be one of their targets.
The guy, Mike Gesicki, has made tremendous improvement. Tyreek Hill's fast as hell. No need for a race. Not a debate to me. I've never seen anybody move that fast in my life.
Yeah, everybody says the same thing.
Yeah, like never seen, like from start to stop, like quick. Except I always put this when I covered the Hurricanes. You know, they had a track team. They had a Big East championship track team with football players.
You talking with Andre and Santana and those kind of guys?
Andre Santana, Sonoris, Roscoe
Right.
Parrish. There was a Walden, something Walden.
Oh yeah, the linebacker. He was that
No,
fast.
no. There was a wide receiver, cornerback Walden. He was fast as hell too.
Oh, okay.
They had a track team, and
Okay.
Devin Hester, and
He was kind of fast.
There's a different,
He was kind of fast.
Yeah, there's a difference between speed. People don't realize Devin Hester was like the third fastest player on that Hurricanes team. Walden was faster than him, and then there was a receiver that was also faster.
How about Moss? Wasn't he faster? Wasn't Moss?
No, they didn't overlap.
Oh,
Santana,
okay.
Sonoris overlapped, but Sonoris wasn't that fast.
No, but I know Santana was.
Santana was fast, yes, but they didn't overlap. But what made Devin Hester special was that he had quickness and speed. There's a difference. Roscoe had speed, not quickness. Hester had quickness and a little speed. Tyreek Hill got unbelievable quickness and unbelievable speed.
Right.
I've never seen anybody move faster than that.
And change of direction. That's the other thing he does.
Yeah,
he can change directions with a quickness, which is
sick. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. Like, people thought Jakeem Grant was fast. Please.
Well, but this is another level player, bro. It's just
this. I've never seen anything like that.
It's an elite player, man. There's not a lot of elite players.
Best unit on the team, by hands down, should be the running backs. Not even
really.
Second. Yeah,
wow.
Hands down. They got 4 starters over there.
Wow. And Mostert's not playing yet.
Yeah, they got 4 starters. Then this Zaquandre White, he might be the best one. I'm not like saying that to like, if you on the third team give me a big run a day, that's how Myles Gaskin got the job. Like, seriously, like that's how Myles Gaskin stole the job from Matt Breida and Jordan Howard. Like, he delivered a big run a day. Like, when you do that, people take notice. So you got Edmonds, you got Mostert, who isn't practicing. You got Sony Michel, you got Gaskins. Then Ahmed, who always does well when there are no pads.
Yes.
So and then you got the white kid, deep unit, very deep unit. D-line.
Back to the Gesicki thing. Your improvements you're watching, what is it on the route running? Is it
quickness?
I don't know. It can't be blocking because they're not really blocking right now. No. So they're not really.
They're not even asking you to block. Smart move.
Right. Exactly.
He's getting it to the top of his route. Somebody technical will have to explain it to you. I know what I'm seeing. I just don't necessarily know how to properly explain it to you. Mike Gesicki is a guy who's always had to build up to his speed. So it's plod, speed, get to the top end.
Okay.
He's getting to his top end earlier, which allows him to get open quicker.
Okay.
I don't know what he's done. I'd love to ask him, but he didn't show up yesterday. Skipped it. I don't have a problem with that. So, but when you get to your top of your route quicker, you're open quicker. Okay. So he has these potential, like he looks like he's gotten better. And trust me, I own my space as a critic of Mike Gesicki. I see him as a slot receiver. He's a glorified slot receiver. But bro, he's getting open a lot better, and he's moving a lot faster.
Okay. He's young, bro. He can still improve. And when you get better coaching, Omar.
No, we're not gonna put some disrespect. His position coach was a very good position coach. Was he a good offensive coordinator? No.
How about the guy now? Isn't he better? The position coach he has now?
I'm a quote Don Solinger.
I'm just saying that the guy he has now was coaching.
I'm from the show me state.
I'm just saying when you got better coaching.
I don't give nobody props or benefit of the doubt until you show me. Show me you can make these. Show me he's so good. Make Hunter Long good. Right now he's not.
Oh, he just got Hunter Long's a baby. He's going into his second year, and really his first year was a waste because it was under Brian Flores. So really, it's like a new year for him. And Gesicki, see, he's showing you a little more. Why? Because he's got better coaching. You're
so
watching
if I gotta wait 4 years,
out of
so you tell me I
nowhere.
gotta wait 4 years for Hunter Long to actually run better routes?
No. Now you have real coaching. Now they'll work on Hunter Long. Now you'll see some stuff develop from him. You know, but you got to give the coaching staff a little time. They got to work with the starter first. You know what I'm saying? They got to get the starter up to snuff there.
Yeah.
You know. So, you know,
there's room for a blocking tight end who could actually run routes. That's all I'm saying. Hunter Long, answer the call.
Patience. It will happen, Omar.
Okay.
People
will
develop, and, you know, you got to give them some time to grow.
So you also said Noah would have developed. It ain't happening.
You weren't the same sports writer the first year to the 5th year, the 10th year.
Touche.
You grow. You grow. So gotta have some patience. What are you working on the Sun Sentinel so folks can check you out, my friend?
My off-season superlatives, just what I told you, guys. That the deepest unit, most troublesome unit, most development, guys who still need work. So you got the cliff notes already.
All right. So what you did was you copied over the offensive line story from last year and just reprinted it.
Nah, I don't have anything negative to say about the O-line.
Okay.
I really no.
Hey, by the way, how has Connor Williams snapping been more consistent than it was earlier? Okay.
I don't have a worry about that anymore, to be honest with you.
Why? Because they have coaching?
Nah, they just convince somebody that, hey, you're already getting your money. How about you go be a center? And we'll pay you well for a center. And he was like, all right. And I like Liam where he is. And my biggest mystery on that line is Jackson, Austin Jackson.
All right, right tackle. Okay.
I didn't say that.
I said it.
I didn't.
You don't have to. I said it. You don't have to say that.
I didn't tell you where he was playing.
I didn't say anything either. Nothing at all. Follow him at the Sun Sentinel. Make sure you subscribe and follow him on Twitter at Omar Kelly. And catch him twice a week here doing his thing at the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report. Thank you, my brother. We will catch up later in the week.
See you.
You got it. There you go. Omar Kelly.
This is the